With so much fresh content to analyze, Landman's episode 6 finale is among the most dramatic in the series so far. With his several shows tackling some of the riskiest aspects of American culture, Taylor Sheridan has emerged as Paramount Plus' television production maestro in recent years. Billy Bob Thornton plays the primary role of Tommy Norris, an oil crisis executive for a standalone business that handles matters with local landowners, oil patch workers, and occasionally the cartel. Tommy's son, Cooper, and his issues with Manuel, who is Elvio's cousin and one of the men who perished in the explosion in Landman Episode 1, occupied a large portion of Landman Episode 6. Despite several warnings, Cooper refused to avoid Ariana, and Episode 5 concluded with Manuel and his friends beating Cooper to death in his company-owned trailer. Tommy seeks revenge for the violence against his son in Episode 6. In the finale of Episode 6, Tommy rallies his friends to exact revenge on Manuel. Tommy gets the security guard to turn off the cameras and then viciously hurts his boy's attackers, but he doesn't kill anyone. He informs Manuel that he would be arrested by Sheriff Joburg and that he might spend up to 30 years in prison because of the assault, drug possession, and other offenses he has committed. Tommy's ability to disobey the law and threaten them with it at the same time shows how much power he has over these men. Throughout the series, Sheriff Walt Joburg has undoubtedly established himself as one of Tommy's main allies. The sheriff did not chastise Tommy for his verbal altercation with a police officer, even in Episode 2. Tommy's relationship with the sheriff is more about business and stability for the Permian Basin, even though there may be some personal loyalty at play. Landman is set in a real-life area of Texas where practically everyone's existence revolves around the oil industry. The effects of the oil flow are felt even by people who are not directly connected. Tommy's work is crucial because the oil sector has such a significant impact on the economy and way of life in this area. The sheriff understands Tommy's importance and is prepared to support his actions, even if it means occasionally breaking the law. It is his duty to ensure that everything stays intact. Although Tommy can be cruel at times, he is not a dangerous or malevolent person by nature, and his primary goal is to maintain a steady and tranquil workplace. He gains some additional favors as a result and becomes an obvious ally of law enforcement. The mutually beneficial nature of Tommy's working relationship with the sheriff is a key element. It would be more difficult for Sheriff Joburg to clean up if Tommy lost his mind and killed Manuel. In addition, Tommy is expressly asked to leave someone for the sheriff to arrest. By apprehending Manuel, the sheriff carries out his obligation to investigate the crime involving Cooper's assault, enhancing his political standing and gaining the respect of local authorities. Arrests are, for better or worse, the most obvious indicator of law enforcement performance when it comes to solving crimes. Even though Tommy is upset over what happened to Cooper, he is not bloodthirsty. Knowing that it's best for everyone if Manuel is imprisoned rather than killed, he maintains his composure and logic. Tommy may have committed murder in the past, but his career appears to be his first priority in life, and he is aware that killing someone goes too far and puts him in danger. It would be much harder to hide a murder, and everyone in his group would be able to see what he had done. He might possibly believe that a sentence of 30 years in prison would be a more just punishment. In Episode 5, additional men participated in Cooper's assault after Manuel and Antonio. Tommy inquires, and Cooper responds that he is unaware of their names but that they were the maintenance crew for the Buffalo field. Tommy says he will know who to target because the information is plenty for him. In addition, during the climax, he has Antonio write down the precise identities of the other attackers for Tommy as Boss questions him in the back room. Antonio surrenders the names to Sheriff Joburg at the end of the scenario in exchange for his release. The sheriff might simply handle these off-screen in the upcoming episode since they are probably not characters that have yet to appear on Landman. Tommy has sent Manuel out in order to deal with the essential enemies for the purposes of the show's plot. Antonio appears to have been severely beaten, but he might return and cause trouble in the future. Every individual appears to know that there's more going on, despite Cooper's insistence that he's simply assisting Ariana because he regrets her husband's passing. However, Cooper and Ariana's future is not guaranteed to be bright and sunny just because Manuel is out of the way. As Tommy notes, she is coping with anguish that Cooper cannot possibly fathom, and her emotions will inevitably be understandably erratic in ways that even she herself is unlikely to fully appreciate. Since it will feel reassuring to both of them, Cooper and Ariana might pursue a romantic relationship. But since they hardly know one another personally, it appears like Sheridan is arranging a romance that will ultimately end in tragedy. Tommy also admits Cooper's sensitivity, which is going to cause issues in the world he lives in. A partnership might enable Sheridan to study these characters at their most vulnerable moments, delving into the intricacies of love, sadness, and human impulses, characters that Landman has only just started to develop. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel please.